Calling to order the May 22nd, 2025 Covina-Valley Unified School District Board of Education meeting to order at 5:32. Roll call.
Simon Wright,
Here.
Maria Caceres,
Here.
Rachel Robles,
Here.
Maria Cruz, absent, Sue Malucci.
Here.
Thank you. We have a quorum. Item 3, adoption of agenda. Do we have a motion to adopt?
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented with the exception of the following consent items to consider individually. Item P2, Emergis Healthcare Staffing, and item P17, Health Advocates Network.
Thank you.
Is
I'll
there a
second.
second?
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Robles, second by Ms. Malucci. Any discussion? Roll call.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Rachel Robles,
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item 4, public comments regarding closed session. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any closed session agenda items will be granted 3 minutes. Mrs. Robles, do we have any public comments?
We do not.
Thank you. We will adjourn to closed session to discuss all items listed at 5:34. We will reconvene to open session at 7:06. Item 7, Pledge of Allegiance. Dr. Paredes.
Thank you. I would like to invite Amber Giselle Aguilar, a 10th grader from Northview High School, and Principal Mayon Garcia to the podium. I don't know if your principal is here today. Oh, there he is.
Had to make the dramatic entrance. Huh? Board President Wright, Board of Education members, Dr. Emmenheiser, cabinet members, and guests. It's my privilege to introduce to you Northview High School 10th grader Amber Aguilar. Amber exemplifies what it means to be a Viking, balancing the rigor of being a student athlete and academic excellence. She's a standout scholar, enrolled in multiple AP courses through our distinguished AP Capstone program, and is a member of our volleyball program as well. So she represents the best of our commitment to a holistic student overall at Northview High School. So I present to you Amber Aguilar.
And Amber, before you start, can we do the Pledge of Allegiance? You can lead us in it. Thank you.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart and ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Dr. Magayon, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. My name is Amber Aguilar, as Dr. Magayon introduced me, and I'm currently a sophomore at Northview High School, and I'm truly honored to be here this evening speaking with you all. At Northview, I've had the incredible opportunity to be a part of the AP Capstone program, which has challenged me to think, collaborate, and communicate at a college level. For example, taking AP seminar this year with Miss Pusey, this has allowed me to dive deep into research, including a presentation on how inaccuracies in historical art have shaped the U.S.'s collective memory. However, outside of the capstone program, there are many other APs that I have applied to be in, and whether I'm learning about world history, comparing it to current events and situations with my teacher, Mr. Edwards, or diving into the complexities of genes with Ms. Steck in AP Bio, or in general, just finding ways to memorize many functions in AP Pre-Calc with my fellow teacher, Mrs. Sarmiento. These teachers who have set high expectations for me in the class are able to make the classroom feel supportive and engaging. Alongside taking these AP courses, I've also been able to explore CTE pathway programs such as medical assisting, which has helped me gain real-world experience and has deepened my interest in working in the medical field. That experience, combined with my academic journey, has inspired me to pursue a career in healthcare, in eventually becoming an ophthalmologist or a general surgeon. As after high school, I do plan on attending a 4-year university and major in human biology and possibly minor in psychology. But overall, even with academics, what truly sets Northview apart from others, though, is our community. As when it comes from coaches to counselors to teachers in general, they don't just support us academically, but emotionally too. These people on campus, like Mr. Pacheco or Mr. Hooper, who are often fondly called just by their last name, as students have gotten that fondly close with them. People like them and other staff members help with dealing stress when things tend to get overwhelming at most times for students. I've been lucky to have teachers who create that space, as just having someone that can listen to me open up makes all the difference. Thank you for supporting schools like Northview, places that not only help students dream big, but also give them the tools and support to achieve even bigger. Thank you.
Item 8, report of action taken in closed session. In closed session, the board voted 4-0 to approve a workers' compensation settlement agreement for classified case number 2024-25-002WC. Also in closed session, the board voted unanimously 4-0 to approve a workers' compensation settlement agreement for classified case number 2024-25-003-WC. Item 9, recognition. Item A, 2024-2025 student board members. Dr. Emmenheiser.
Board President Wright, board members, cabinet, guests, thank you for being here tonight. It's actually my pleasure to be able to celebrate and recognize these outstanding students. We have had this is our 3rd year of having student board members serve the Covina-Valley Unified School District, and it has been truly remarkable to witness the growth and the impact of these young leaders. They embrace their roles with purpose, not only on their campuses and in the district, but also as representatives of Covina-Valley Unified School District at the state and national level through conferences and different events. Their voices brought insight, inspiration, and authenticity to the board's work. The future is incredibly bright, and this year's student board members have blazed a great trail for the next generation of leaders to follow. So if I could invite our student board members, Cara Mae Gonzalez, Gianna Herrera, Jocelyn Molina, Anthony Medina wasn't able to join us tonight. Let's start with Cara Mae. So Cara Mae Gonzalez is our South Hills student board member, and the Board of Education proudly recognizes her for her outstanding service and commitment to elevating student voices across Covina Valley. Cara Mae actively engaged her peers by conducting surveys, attending district and community events, and staying involved on campus to ensure student perspectives were heard and valued. Not just as a star in the South Hills Theater program, she also starred in her role as a student board member, bringing insight, poise, and purpose to the board. This fall, Cara Mae will take the next steps in her journey at Loyola Marymount University. Go Lions! And next we have Gianna Herrera. And Gianna's from Covina High. It's a test of how they can coordinate and hold things too. She's known for her exceptional leadership and advocacy on behalf of students throughout Covina Valley Unified. As a multi-sport athlete and proud representative of Covina High School, Gianna brought energy, commitment, and heart to everything she did. She participated in the national Innovative Inclusive Summit and spoke to over 500 or 5,000 adults from across the nation about student voice. She visited schools across the district to gather student perspectives and consistently elevated student voice at the board level. It has been a joy to witness her growth as an outstanding young leader. And next year, Gianna will continue her journey at UCLA. Go Bruins! And Jocelyn is our student board member from Northview High School. She she's a remarkable, they're all remarkable leaders. They're incredible and dedicated student who has raised student voice across Covina-Valley. As a member of the district's Community Engagement Initiative, she's the student representative on that district-wide committee as well. Jocelyn represented Northview High School and the district with distinction at the Community Engagement Initiative conferences. She's an active member of Northview's ASB program and a dedicated AP Capstone Diploma student. She is passionate about empowering the next generation. She's a shining example of how to balance academics, activities, and leadership. As she enters her senior year, she already has her sights set on attending Pepperdine University. So go Waves there. So Anthony Medina from Fair Valley High School was unable to be with us tonight, but he also brought passion and voice for our alternative programs, serving not only as a representative for Fair Valley, but also from students in Covina-Valley's growing career technical education pathways. He consistently advocated for opportunities that support all learners and highlighted the value of hands-on, career-focused education. After graduation, Anthony will complete his training as a professional welder through our Trade Tech Academy. With his strong work ethic and deep respect for others, there's no doubt that he'll achieve great school success as well. Thank you. If I could have the board come and take a photo with our student board member.
Item B, Visual and Performing Arts. Dr. Paredes.
Good evening, Board President Wright, Board of Education, Dr. Emmenheiser, cabinet members, and guests. We have lots of guests tonight, so welcome. It is my privilege to introduce our Covina-Valley principals and their staff tonight, who will assist us in recognizing the outstanding visual and performing arts students. But before I do that, I just want to, first of all, recognize a few people. First, I want to recognize my directors here with me. I have Andrea Katanik, Director of Elementary, and Stephanie, who's our Director of Equity and Assessment, who will be helping you tonight. And yes, give him a big hand. And Matt, Dalton and Danielle of Special Ed. They're over there helping us because first of all, we have some instructions for our students and families tonight because we have a lot of people here that are going to be recognized for their special talents. So as our principals come up here and they come up with their students and recognize them for their talents tonight, as you get your awards, you are going to go and walk outside with your principal where you're going to get your picture taken. And so as parents, you may follow them out the door where you can also take pictures. So we have a backdrop out there. You can take pictures with the principal and your students out there. But we ask that you quietly walk out there with them, okay? Because we also are going to have families that want to be able to listen to their students' names get called and be recognized. All right? So as I will call up the principal, if the students can follow, and you'll be recognized up here. All right. So the first school I'm going to call up is Barinka. So if we can have Miss Courtney come on up.
Our first award winner this evening is Janeth Correa for the Great Artist Visual Arts Award. Come on up. Olivia Moya, who also wins a Great Artist and Visual Arts Award. We have Alana Minaga, who is winning for choir this evening. Roman Rivera, also for choir. Olivia Moya for band. And Ramona Ozengar, also for band. Congratulations, our fabulous Abaranka VAPA winners tonight.
You know, Jonathan, can you have them move a little forward? Because on her face, and also all the pictures will be posted on the website, right? Yes? Wonderful.
All right, the next school is Ben Lomond. So Ryan, the principal, Ryan Price, come on up.
Hello, I would like to call up here for our great artist program, Jose Largaspada. Come on down. And the next person for our great artist program is Melanie Anigas Shaw. And then for choir, Chloe Horowitz. And for choir again, Elena Rubio. And for band, Aubrey Roselli. And also for band, Adam Stewart. Thank you. And thank you to our wonderful band director and choir.
All right, just a reminder to parents that you can walk out that door out there and take pictures with your students. Before I go on, I missed the best thing. I would like all the arts and visual arts teachers to please stand because we have to recognize you because these students wouldn't be as talented as they are. Please stand so we can give you a big hand. Oh, they're over here standing right here. Wave your hands. Those are all our wonderful teachers that are helping our students with all their talents. So thank you very much. All right, our next school is Cypress. So if we can please, oh, there you are, Kaz.
Hello. Good evening. For Cypress, we have John Longoria for great artists in visual art. Melanie Quintana, also for great artist and visual art. For choir, we have Peyton Gonzalez and Abigail Valencia. For band, we have Evelyn Hoover and Ariana Nuno.
Next is Grove Center. So let's give a hand for Ann Anderson.
Good evening. It is my honor to have Yuvragi Sharma for great artists and visual arts. Okay. And Megan Wong, also for great artists and visual arts. For choir, Evangeline Polanco and Phoenix Williams. For band, I would like to honor Ivory Ayala and Amanda Wong.
And Dr. Mossman couldn't be with us this evening, so I will be celebrating with the Manzanita students. So we would like to recognize Noemi Davey for visual arts, Ezra Thomas for visual arts, Catherine Banks for choir, Mariah Simarusti for choir, Johnny Martinez for band, and Juanito Icalchub for band.
All right, next we have Merwin. So Principal Stratton, come on down.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Paredes. First from Merwin for the Great Artists and Visual Arts program, we have fifth grade students Ava Lopez as well as Jocelyn Rojas. From choir, we have fourth grade student Amelia Oriana as well as fifth grade student Nathan Trin. And for band, we have Melanie Garcia Guzman as well as Callie Reyes.
All right, follow your principal for pictures. All right, next we have Miss Garcia from Mesa Elementary.
All right. For great artist visual arts, we have Isabella Dew.
great artist Aiden Guan. For choir, Riley Lim. Jerry Chen. For band, we have Alyssa Headcock. And Nishan Medon.
All right, next we have Roland, Principal Braswell. Let's give her a hand.
From Roland, for great artist visual arts, we have Luna Diaz and Joyce Ortiz. For choir, we have Camila Manriquez and Andrew Aronia. For band, we have Natalie Menevar and William Sanchez.
In our last elementary, we have Ms.
Evening. Okay, from Workman, for great artist visual arts, we have Callie Frajero. Come on up, Callie. We have Halo Zaya. For choir, we have Camila McKendrick. Lena Zapata. For band, we have Arturo Aguilar and Alyssa Nur. Congratulations.
All right, we're going to move on to the middle schools. So we're starting with Las Palmas. If we can have Dr. Umana.
All righty. Thank you, Dr. Paredes. For band, we have Nayeli Gonzalez. We also have Lance Salonga. For art, we have Madeline Tran and Selena Vasquez. And for choir, we have Gwen Briggs, Legacy McKay Timmons. For the category of photography, we have Samuel Aldama and William Gonzalez. For TV journalism or television journalism, we have Lucas Brumfino Damonte and also Zoe Noriega.
All right, next we have Sierra Vista Middle School. If we could have Principal Garcia.
Good evening, everyone. For exceptional performance in band, we have Jerry Mendez. Also for band, we have Adam Rowley. For choir, we have Sarah Huin. And also for choir, Jordan Virgil. Exceptional performance in art, we have Jackie Correa and Paola Cifuentes.
All right, next is Trewick.
All right, tonight for band and guitar, we have Merrick Everling and Jason Menjivar. For choir, we have Rosalia Cervantes and Leandra Loya. For art, we have Scarlett Montague and Kayla Mosley.
All right, now we're going to the high schools. So next up, we will have Covina High School, Dr. Carrasco.
Thank you, Dr. Paredes, and congratulations to everyone here. Tonight, we're from Covina High School band. We'd like to congratulate Andrew Ochoa. For band, for Covina, Nathan Valenzuela. For choir and glee, Valentina Carrion Amaya. For choir and glee, Andrew Correa. From Covina Ceramics, Jocelyn Fuentes Soriano. And for ceramics, Mia Quetzatli Enriquez. Covina Theater, Justine Ibarra. And from theater, Covina Andres Mon.
Parents, don't forget you can follow over there to go get pictures. All right, next up we have Northview, Dr. Magleon.
For band at Northview, Louis Miguel. Also for band, Raquel Valdez. For film, we have Siko Akwame Burola. Also for film, Gael Christopher Flores. For photography, Olivia Cardenas. Also for photography, Venus Flores. For animation, Connor McCaslin. Also for animation, Madison Villanueva. For advanced art and art appreciation, Emily Gamis and Rosie Nava.
All right, let's fire it up with South Hills.
All right, before I go off script, let's get right to it. For ceramics, we have Joanna Ruiz Martinez, and Melissa Villavazo. For visual arts, IB Visual Arts and Visual Arts Advanced Art, we'll have Rosa Cow and Christy Pham. I do not believe Juliana's here, but we have for choir and glee, we have Juliana Aguirre and Aliana Sario. And for band, we have Timothy Lamb and Viviana Ragosa, but Viviana went to confirmation and she sends her regrets. I know Timothy is here. For dance, we have Leah Lopez and Michaela Big Mac Martinez. For theater, we have Chloe Contreras and Tatiana Monge. For digital photography, Paola Alfaro and Haley McClune. And that is it. Thank you very much. Fired up.
And we say the best for last. Fair Valley, Miss Rebecca Hazel, come on down.
Thank you so much. It is my great pleasure to introduce to you Genevieve Alvarez for our visual and performing art appreciation. Also for art appreciation, we have Delilah Hinojos. And for ceramics, we have Kelly Marble. And in absentia, we would like to recognize also for ceramics, Priscilla Diaz.
Item C, 2025 Coaches of the Year, Dr. Paredes.
Good evening again. Tonight, we'd like to recognize two wonderful people for Coach of the Year. But before I do that, we also have another person who is not here tonight, but we will be recognizing Cynthia Fuentes, who also got Coach of the Year. And we'll be bringing her back at the beginning of next year to be able to recognize her. But with me tonight, I have Dr. Maglione, who is going to recognize our great coaches, who knows them better than I, well, one of them better than I do, who's going to introduce our coaches for tonight.
I'd like to bring up this evening Coach Bobby Bellamy. Come on up, Coach Bellamy. It's my honor to recognize an extraordinary educator, mentor, and leader, Coach Bobby Bellamy, this year's California Coaches Association Coach of the Year in Boys Wrestling. This is where you clap a little more. Awesome. So for over 2 decades at Northview High School, Coach Bellamy has exemplified what it means to lead with purpose, passion, and persistence. Under his leadership, our wrestling program has not only become a powerhouse in the state of California, but a model of consistency, discipline, and championship culture. His teams have earned multiple CIF Southern Section titles, dominated dual meets, and sent countless student athletes to the Masters and state competitions. But what's most remarkable about Coach Bellamy isn't just the hardware, it's the heart behind it all. Coach Bellamy isn't just a coach. He's a teacher in every sense of the word. In the classroom, he's a dedicated science educator who brings clarity and enthusiasm to his students every single day. He challenges them to think critically and supports them relentlessly, modeling the same values he expects on the mat: effort, accountability, and integrity. He builds champions not only through takedowns and drills, but through character, routine, and care. He teaches young people to push beyond their limits, to believe in themselves, and to show up for each other on the mat, in classroom, and in life. Coach Bellamy's impact is woven into the very fabric of our school and community. His legacy is one of high standards, deep relationships, and lifelong influence. So on behalf of Northview High School, the Covina-Valley Unified School District, and with the deepest respect, congratulations, Coach Bellamy, on this well-deserved honor. You're awesome. Next up, I'd like to introduce Mr. Roy Lazaro. Come on up. It's an incredible privilege to celebrate one of Northview High School's finest, Coach Roy Lazaro, this year's California Coaches Association Coach of the Year in girls wrestling. Applause. Coach Lazaro has been a driving force behind the rise of our girls wrestling program. helping build it from the ground up into a statewide powerhouse. His commitment to developing student athletes, both in skill and in confidence, has redefined what's possible for young women in this sport. Under his leadership, Northview's girls wrestling team has earned multiple CIF championships, individual titles, and a reputation for grit, excellence, and unity. In addition to this statewide honor, Coach Lazaro has also been named San Gabriel Valley Girls Wrestling Coach of the Year, not once, but twice. It's a real testament to his consistent impact and leadership in the region. But Roy's influence goes far beyond the scoreboard. He coaches with heart. He leads with humility, and he believes deeply in the potential of every athlete who walks through our wrestling room doors. He creates a space where young women feel empowered, valuable, and unstoppable. As a mentor and role model, Coach Lazaro consistently embodies what it means to lead with integrity. He holds his student athletes to high expectations and then gives them the tools, support, and encouragement to exceed them. His legacy is not just in the championships, but in the confidence, discipline, and determination he instills in every single student athlete every single day. So tonight we honor not only a champion coach, but a champion for equity, opportunity, and excellence. So congratulations, Coach Lazaro.
Item D, retiree recognition, Dr. Dahl and Dr. Jacobson.
Thank you. Good evening, President Wright, members of the board, Dr. Emmenheiser, cabinet, and our distinguished guests. Tonight, we are here to honor and recognize a truly special group, our retirees. These remarkable individuals have dedicated their careers to educating, supporting, and inspiring generations of students. Their passion, commitment, and heart has helped shape the legacy of Covina-Valley Unified School District. So let's take a moment to say thank you and to cheer them on as they begin their next exciting chapter. Our first retiree is Barry Hepner. So Mr. Hepner, after 20 years of dedicated service at South Hills High School, you're retiring as a respected and influential educator. Through your leadership, you have transformed the business department into a dynamic and inspiring program that has helped so many students discover a passion for the field. You're known for creating a classroom environment that is rooted in encouragement and care, and you've not just been a teacher, but also a mentor. You will always be part of the South Hills High School family. Congratulations.
Our next retiree, who regretfully could not be here tonight, is our outstanding principal of Manzanita Elementary School, Dr. Beth Mossman. After 32 years of an amazing career in education, 8 with Covina-Valley USD, Dr. Mossman is retiring from her role as principal of Manzanita. Throughout her time in Covina-Valley, she's been a thoughtful mentor, a strong instructional leader, a passionate advocate for students and staff. Her commitment to dual language immersion helped shape a school culture where all learners feel seen, supported, and empowered to succeed. She's guided her team with clarity, compassion, and purpose, leaving behind a legacy of excellence that will continue to influence Manzanita for years to come. Congratulations, Dr. Mossman.
Next, we're here to recognize Charlene Carbajal. After 24 magical years, Ms. Carbajal is turning the page to a new chapter, retirement. A true Disney enthusiast, she has brought joy, kindness, and a little pixie dust to Grove Center every single day. Whether reading with students, preparing materials, or supporting school-wide events, she has been the quiet magic behind the scenes. Ms. Carbajal, thank you for filling the Grove Center campus with heart, warmth, and wonder. You've made it a more magical place, and you'll be dearly missed. Congratulations.
Our next retiree is Ms. Tina Stanley. 22 years, Tina Stanley has been a pillar of the Ben Lomond community, serving as a dedicated instructional aide and reading support specialist. A former Ben Lomond parent and longtime PTA board member, Tina's commitment has spanned generations. Her care, consistency, and heart have left a lasting impact on students, families, and staff alike. Tina, thank you for your incredible service. You are truly part of the fabric of Ben Lomond. Thank you.
Next, we have Esperanza Morales. Esperanza has been Workman's dedicated custodian and will be retiring this year after 15 years of outstanding service. Esperanza's hard work, reliability, and warm presence have made her a cherished part of the Workman family. Her care for our school and her pride in her work have helped create a clean, safe, and welcoming environment for students and staff alike. She will be greatly missed, and we are deeply grateful for her many years of service to Workman. Congratulations.
Our next retiree is Heidi Linfield. After 22 years of dedicated service at Trawick, we bid a heartfelt farewell to Heidi as she embarks on a new chapter out of state. Heidi has been a kind, friendly, and constant presence on campus, especially beloved by the students in her after-school program. Her warmth, patience, and genuine care for each child made her a favorite among students and staff alike. While we're incredibly sad to see her go, we know she's moving on to greater things. Thank you, Heidi, for everything. Your Trawick family will miss you dearly and wishes you all the best on your next adventure.
Next, we have John Klaus. After an incredible 32-year journey, Mr. Klaus is closing out his time as Northview's beloved physics teacher. For over 3 decades, he has sparked curiosity, inspired deep thinking, and made science come alive for generations of students. Known for making even the most complex concepts understandable, John also mentored new teachers and shared his passion for learning with all. Thank you, John, for your unwavering dedication. You have left a lasting mark on Northview and in the world of science education. Congratulations.
Our next retiree, you know what? If you promise not to get emotional, I'm going to let you do this one.
Okay. Kelly Zavadil. After 21 years of dedicated service and putting up with Michelle Dahl, Kelly is retiring and has retired from Covina-Valley Unified School District. She began her career in 2003 as a clerical assistant at South Hills High School and was soon promoted to secretary and to principal. Well, secretary to the principal, but sorry, Dalton. A role that she held for 16 years with professionalism and care. In 2021, she brought her expertise to the district office as an administrative secretary in personnel services, where her work ethic, precision, and dedication has left a lasting impact. We are very grateful for Kelly's many contributions, and we wish her a well-deserved retirement.
Way to come through, Dr. Dahl. Our next retiree is Ms. Lisa Camp. After 24 years of exceptional service, Lisa Camp is retiring from her role as a school bus driver in Covina-Valley Unified School District. A familiar and trusted presence, Lisa greeted students each morning with warmth and with a smile, ensuring thousands arrived at school and returned home safely. Her reliability, care, and strong connection to every school site made her an essential part of the transportation team. Lisa, thank you for the miles, the kindness, and of course, the brownies. You've made a lasting impression and will be greatly, greatly missed.
Melissa Ullum. After 28 years, Melissa is retiring from her role as a 2nd and 3rd grade teacher at Workman Elementary School. Known for her compassion, steady presence, and a deep love of teaching, Melissa has touched the lives of countless students and colleagues. Her nurturing spirit and lasting impact will be felt long after her final school day. Melissa, thank you for all that you've given to Workman. You leave behind a legacy of kindness, learning, and respect. Congratulations.
Our next retiree is Mitzi Garland Lake. After 29 remarkable years as a classroom instructional aide at South Hills High School, Mitzi retires as a beloved and integral member of the school community. Known for her warmth, dedication, and steady presence, Mitzi has touched the lives of countless students and staff with her compassion, tireless support, and genuine care. Affectionately known as the school mom, she brought comfort, order, and joy to every corner of campus. Her impact will be felt for years to come, and she will be deeply missed. Congratulations and thank you, Mitzi, on a well-earned retirement.
Next, we're here to celebrate Roxanne Mancuso. Well, I'm still going to read about her. After 30 years of dedicated service, Roxanne is retiring from her role as office clerk at Ben Lomond Elementary School. She is known for going above and beyond and has supported students, families, and staff with care, professionalism, and a deep commitment to the school community. Her knowledge and steady presence have been essential to the smooth running of the front office. Roxanne, thank you for your 3 decades of service. You've made a lasting impact and will be deeply missed.
Our next retiree is Miss Stephanie Rapp. After 29 years of service, Stephanie is hanging up her apron and stepping into a well-earned, well-deserved retirement. Known for her cheerful smile, decorated cafeteria space, and her signature neck fan, she brought joy and warmth to Cypress students every single day. More than just serving meals, Ms. Rapp served kindness, laughter, and heart to the entire school community. Thank you, Ms. Rapp, for making lunchtime a little brighter. You'll be truly missed.
Next, we have Todd Halloran. After incredible 38 years, Mr. Halloran is retiring from Merwin Elementary School. More than a teacher, he's been a mentor, a coach, and a constant source of support for students. He is known for his integrity, kindness, and commitment to student success. He has shaped lives both in and out of the classroom. Thank you for always leading with a heart and with purpose. Your impact at Merwin will be felt for generations to come.
Our next retiree is Vivian Villanueva. Can't stop me from talking about you, Vivian. After 20 years of dedicated service, this marks not an end, but a new beginning. As a special education teacher, she supported students across every grade level, leaving a lasting impact throughout Covina-Valley. Known for her deep expertise, unwavering patience, and compassionate advocacy, she's been a steady guide for students who needed someone to believe in them. Her ability to meet the unique needs of each learner set a high standard for all. Her legacy will continue to be felt, and she will be deeply missed by the South Hills team. We are grateful for her years of service and wish her nothing but rest, joy, and new adventures ahead. Congratulations, Vivian.
Next up, we have Wendy Woodall. After 29 incredible years, we are deeply thankful to Wendy Woodall. She's been our trusted sounding board, voice of reason, and a much needed source of laughter when the times got tough. Whether she's walking us through something the 5th time, with patience, or delivering a perfectly timed joke that has everyone laughing, Wendy has a way of making work feel a little less like work. Through sharp and delightful, witty ways, she's brought heart and humor to the school team. We have been so lucky to work alongside her, and she is going to be truly missed. Congratulations.
And going out with a bang tonight, our final retiree is Keith Thomas. After 21 years, William Keith Thomas is retiring from Sierra Vista Middle School. If you ask anyone at Sierra Vista, they would tell you that Keith went well beyond his duties as a custodian each and every day. He talked to the kids every day, made connections with them, made them smile, and most importantly, made them feel seen. All staff will miss Keith and his perpetual positivity and that smile that you see on display right now. Thank you, Keith, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you have a motion to take a 5-minute recess?
I move. I second.
Motion by Ms. Malucci, second. Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Jaime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 5-minute. We'll reconvene from our recess at 8:26. And we have one more recognition to go through. Dr. Jacobson.
Thank you, President Wright. We have one more employee whose impact was so profound, and he is such a special employee that we had to wait till everybody else was gone so we can celebrate him on his own. I want to invite Mr. Steven Vasquez up to the front, please. Steven Vasquez, a custodian at Northview High School. We are celebrating 28 years of dedication, hard work, and commitment. Northview's beloved custodian has been a cornerstone at the school site, ensuring that every area was clean, every space was ready, and every person felt comfortable in their clean surroundings. Stephen's work may often have been behind the scenes, but the care and attention he brought to his role were always at the forefront. His attention to details and reliability made him an integral part of the team at Northview and an essential part of the daily routine at the site. Stephen always went above and beyond, and we want to thank you for your 28 years of exceptional service. Congratulations.
Thank you. Item 10, presentations. Item A, Tri-Community Adult Education, Dr. Paredes. 2024-2025 District Student Advisory Report. Dr. Blackmore.
Thank you, President Wright, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Emmenheiser, cabinet members, and guests. I would like to introduce and call up members of the District Student Advisory Group from this year. I would like Oscar Silva, Eric Pasillas, Mackenzie Willison, and Julianne Fernandez, and the rest of the District Student Advisory members to come up, and they are going to talk to you a little bit about what their work was this year, what they accomplished, and how they're passing the torch on to their peers. I'll turn it over to Oscar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Blackmore. Good evening, President Wright, members of the board, Superintendent Dr. Emmenheiser, cabinet members, and guests. My name is Oscar Silva. I am a junior at Covina High School, and I am honored to introduce the Covina-Valley Unified School District Student Advisory Committee, a group of thoughtful, engaged, and forward-thinking student leaders who represent the voice of their peers across our district. Student voice refers to authentic opportunities for students to influence or lead in areas such as instruction, school structures, and educational policy. It's more than sharing opinions. It's about empowering students as partners and change agents, working alongside educators to create meaningful and lasting change. This committee is a powerful example of what happens when students are given a seat at the table. Throughout the year, our student representatives have engaged in thoughtful dialogue, explored complex challenges, and offered real solutions, growing their leadership and civic awareness skills. They have demonstrated what it means to lead purposefully, advocate confidently, and collaborate with integrity. By elevating student voice, we're not only improving our schools, we're building a generation of leaders who understand their ideas matter, their voices count, and their leadership can make a difference. It is an honor to be here tonight, share our schedule and accomplishments, and pass the torch to our 2025-26 District Student Advisory Group. Other members of the District Student Advisory Group are joining me here tonight. From Covina High, Juliana Andrade and Milani Lamb. From Northview High School, Hope Peoples and Juliana Fernandez. And from South Hills High School, Rose Cow, Charlie Yee, Eric Gregola, Finley Solari, Isabella Zong, Mackenzie Wilson, Nathan Lamb, and Yusuf Rebi. Unfortunately, many members of our group had school commitments tonight and could not attend. I'm honored to introduce Eric Gregola, a South Hills High School junior.
Thank you, Oscar. Hello, everyone. I'm Eric Gergola, or Eric Pasillas, a junior at South Hills High School. This year, the Covina-Valley Unified School District Student Advisory Committee engaged in a powerful journey of reflection, problem solving, and leadership. We began in December by asking big questions like what's going well in our schools and what could be better. Students shared their honest reflections and posed thoughtful, I wonder questions, sparked sparking meaningful conversations about how to elevate students' voices throughout the district. In January, the conversation went deeper. The committee tackled real-world challenges like closing schools during extreme weather and wildfires. Students didn't raise concerns, they explored problems, didn't just raise concerns, they explored problems of practice and offered practical, student-centered solutions to improve how we responded in emergencies. By March, the committee was ready to contribute to local control and accountability plan. They reviewed key district priorities and provided input to ensure students' needs, experiences, and perspective were reflected in our strategic planning. And in May, everyone came full circle. Students reflected on their growth and impact, connecting their work throughout the year. They reflected on how far student voice has come and where it can go next. This year's work shows that when students are invited into the conversation, they rise to the challenges with insight, empathy, and leadership. We are proud of their contributions and inspired by their vision for the future. I am pleased to introduce Mackenzie Willison, a South Hills High School junior.
Thank you, Eric. My name is Mackenzie Willison, and I am a junior at South Hills High School. This year, the Covina-Valley Unified School District Advisory Committee made meaningful strides in strengthening student voice and driving positive change across our schools. Students began by leading efforts to gather input from their peers through surveys, ensuring that a wide range of students' perspectives were heard. They also held advisory meetings with site principals, creating space for honest dialogue and collaboration. The committee helped promote equity and inclusion at each school through partnerships with ASB leaders, ensuring all students feel seen and valued. The committee also worked to raise awareness on key campus issues. They discussed the decision-making process for the fire and weather-related school closures, advocated for improved vape detection and bathroom supervision, which resulted in the district testing a new system at Trawick Middle School, and provided feedback on student lunch options. We also raised concerns about the rising cost of sports participation, highlighting the importance of access and fairness in all extracurricular opportunities. Beyond raising awareness, we initiated real change. After discussing ongoing concerns regarding restocking bathroom supplies, the district introduced QR codes in restrooms to make it easier for students to request supplies, including feminine hygiene products, a simple but meaningful impact solution to a real need. These accomplishments show the power of student voice when paired with action. Students need to speak up. They led with purpose, collaborated with adults, and created solutions that made a real difference in school communities. I would like to introduce Julian Fernandez, a junior at Northview High School.
Thank you, Mackenzie. My name is Julianne Fernandez, a sophomore at Northview High School. As we look toward the 2025 to 2026 school year, the Covina-Valley Unified School District Student Advisory Committee has outlined key steps to strengthen student leadership, academic success, and inclusive campus culture. These priorities reflect our commitment to building on this year's work and continuing to elevate student voice across the district. In student leadership and voice, we recommend increasing awareness of school issues and encouraging big picture thinking among students. Regular student surveys should be conducted to gather input and ensure all voices are heard throughout the year. Elementary and middle school students should be included in at least one meeting to build an early foundation for leadership. In addition, the district should gather more students' feedback on facilities, maintenance, and scheduling to better align decisions with students' needs. For academic support and access, we recommend reviewing the timing of SAT, CASP, and AP exams to reduce test fatigue and create a more supportive testing environment. Access to SAT prep opportunities should be expanded, and we encourage the district to explore ways to reduce AP exam fees. Library hours and after-school academic support can be improved, and AP and dual enrollment courses scheduling should be carefully considered so all students can access advanced coursework. In campus culture and inclusion, we believe all students, including English learners and students with special needs, should be intentionally included in school events and leadership opportunities. We recommend continued support for unrepresented groups and expanding inter-school events like Covina High School Chaos, Northview High School Crossfire, and South Hills High School Havoc to promote unity and school pride. Sports funding should continue to be reviewed for equity, and we encourage the district to celebrate and support all programs, not just the marquee ones. These recommendations represent the shared vision of the Student Advisory Committee, a district where student voice drives progress, leadership is cultivated at every level, and every student feels seen, supported, and empowered. We are excited to see the 2025 to 2026 committee build on this work and continue to lead purposefully. Thank you for inviting us this evening.
Item B, Local Control Accountability Plan. Dr. Paredes.
I'd like to invite Dr. Kearns, Director of Equity Assessment and Evaluator Programs, to present our Local Control Accountability Plan update.
Good evening, Board President Wright, Board of Education, Dr. Emmenheiser, Cabinet, and community. The purpose of tonight's presentation is to share an update on the feedback that we collected from educational partners through our LCAP annual update process. Every 3 years, we develop a 3-year LCAP plan that outlines our goals, expected outcomes, specific actions, and how each is funded and allocations are made to support services in the plan. We are finishing up year 1 of our 3-year LCAP implementation. However, every year we engage with our educational partners for the LCAP annual review and update. We have 3 overarching goals in our LCAP that align directly with the Board of Education's first 3 goals. We are committed to ensuring every student graduates eligible and prepared for college and careers. We're implementing innovative research-based programs that raise achievement and creating positive, engaging environments that connect students to their learning inside and outside the classroom. At Fair Valley and CBLOA, we're focused on boosting academic engagement, improving academic outcomes, and strengthening educator support. This year, we had strong participation in our parent and community survey with 2,934 responses, which is more than 3 times the respondents from last year's survey with only 939 responses. Families and community Family and community members shared overwhelmingly positive feedback. 96% are satisfied with their students' academic preparation, which is up 4% from last year. 96% feel welcomed and treated with respect when visiting a school or district office, which is up 1% from last year. 96% agree that Covina-Valley keeps them informed about important issues and events, and that's up 5% from last year. And 92% agree our campuses are safe, which is up 13% from last year. Overall, the results show that our families and community feel connected, respected, and confident in the academic preparation and safe environments that we provide in Covina-Valley. Based on survey results, the top 5 priorities identified by our parents and community include expanding enrichment opportunities, increasing extended learning opportunities to boost academic achievement, enhancing STEM education, expanding health and wellness services, and continuing to provide one-to-one technology and academic software. These priorities show that our families and community is strongly committed to providing well-rounded educational experiences and ensuring students have access to the support they need to succeed. Compared to last year's survey, the only change in the top 5 priorities is that the first and second priorities switch places, showing a continued focus on both enrichment and academic achievement. This year, we received valuable feedback from over 600 participants at our feeder track Get to Know CVUSD events. After analyzing hundreds of comments, several common trends emerged. Families shared that what's going well includes strong support from counselors and a wide range of opportunities through CTE pathways, dual enrollment, and early college exposure. They also praised the broad access to diverse and engaging programs such as dual language, engineering, medical pathways, music, sports, and technology integration. Wellness centers, mental health support services, and effective safety communication were also highly valued. In terms of areas of improvement, families expressed the need for even more diverse pathway options, including skilled trades, along with earlier and clearer communication about college and career pathways. There was also a strong desire for expanded life skills classes such as financial literacy and cooking, as well as additional world language and arts program offerings. Parents have also expressed an interest for 612 teachers to provide office hours for additional student support. And finally, families emphasize the need for increased supervision in restrooms and attention to concerns related to bullying and vaping. At last month's principals meeting, each principal reviewed all community comments and began collaborating with their feeder track teams to develop solutions. This included revisiting supervision schedules and placements, enhancing school communication strategies, creating awareness campaigns addressing the dangers of vaping, and implementing initiatives to prevent and respond to bullying. The district administrative team is actively supporting and working closely with our school administrators and sites to implement effective solutions. For the staff survey results, this year we had 898 staff members participate in the survey, which is 512 more respondents than last year. 88% agreed. 88% agreed they have technology and resources needed to do their job effectively. That's down slightly by 4% from last year. 92% agreed that their school or work site is safe, which is up 5% from last year. 90% agreed they have opportunities to voice their opinions and ask questions. This is up 12% from last year. And 90% agreed that their school or work site is a safe place where staff feel that they belong, and that is up 7% from last year. Overall, the results show that our staff feel supported, safe, and connected to their work environments. Based on the staff survey results, the top 5 priorities and initiatives that our staff suggested were adding additional support staff, increasing extended learning opportunities to boost academic achievement, prioritizing health and wellness, including mental health support services, expanding enrichment opportunities, and continuing to provide one-to-one technology and academic software. Compared to last year's survey results, the only changes were that priorities number 1 and 2 swap places and in the ranking, and that the one-to-one technology and academic software moved into the 5th spot, replacing elementary music and PE programs, which fell to number 6 in this survey, just outside the top 5 this year. These shifts highlight a continued focus on strengthening academic achievement while expanding the supports and resources available to students and staff. This year, we received valuable feedback from over 200 student participants in our one-on-one or large group student advisory committees. After reviewing our meeting notes, common themes emerged. Students shared that college and career readiness is going well with strong support through dual enrollment, CTE, and counseling. Wellness centers, peer counseling, and caring teachers help students feel safe and supported. Additionally, activities like ASB, rallies, and clubs support inclusiveness, and strong teacher-student relationships were also highlighted. In terms of areas of improvement, students shared that they would like even more IB dual enrollment and internship opportunities. They also asked for better communication about college, career, and tutoring opportunities. Students also want greater student voice in electives and learning activities that would make middle and high school teachers also possibly provide additional office hours for support. Finally, improving restroom monitoring and vape prevention was also highlighted as an area of growth. As I mentioned when I was discussing the parent and community feedback, principals and district admin have also reviewed all of the student input and are using it to enhance their site-based plans with the district's support. Our district will continue to provide comprehensive support through over 56 targeted actions and services that are outlined in our 2025-26 LCAP. These initiatives directly support our 3 overarching goals and our equity multiplier goal. You'll notice that all the key priorities that were identified by our parents, our community, staff, and students remain central to the plan. This includes maintaining our commitment to technology, academic programs, and providing strategic interventions, support for English learners, expanded career technical pathways. Diverse enrichment opportunities also remain a strong focus. Additionally, parent education, counseling services, ongoing professional development, arts education, enrichment, mental health and wellness all continue to be top priorities. As you can see, engaging our educational partners is a vital part of our LCAP annual process. Our engagement offerings and efforts include over 30 advisory and community meetings, consultation sessions, board meetings, along with the launch of our LCAP surveys to reach an even broader audience. This comprehensive approach, we feel, ensures that our planning includes the voices, needs, and priorities of our entire educational community. Thank you. That concludes this presentation. Does the board have any questions?
Thank you so much. I just have one tiny one. The only thing that really went down a little bit was the 2025 staff survey. Did we follow up with the staff to see what technology or resources they are needed to assist the staff in effectively doing their jobs?
So when you, there was an opportunity for comments, so we have read through those comments. There is some responses that request some additional technology that of some aging equipment in the classroom. And I know Mr. Chaponi and his team is working on a tech plan to replace and put some of those new resources into the classroom. And then there was also some requests for additional, to look at some additional ELA materials at the high school for 9th and 10th grade.
Thank you. Thanks for all of your hard work. Appreciate
A
it.
team effort. I have a great educational services team that I get to work with every day and help in support of this LCAP.
Thank you. Thanks, team.
Great job on those
Yeah.
numbers. Killer. Item C, English Learner Master Plan. Dr. Paredes?
Dr. Kearns, come on down.
Oh, goodness. Good evening, Board President Wright, Board of Education, Dr. Emmenheiser, Cabinet, and community. Thank you for the opportunity to share how we support our English learners in Covina-Valley. Before I begin my presentation, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank our incredible EL teacher on special assignment, Karen Huff, for her outstanding work. She provides invaluable support to our English learner students as well as the teachers and staff who serve them every day. So thank you very much for all you do. As I begin this evening's presentation, I want to revisit some data that I shared during the board study session earlier this year. English learners currently make up 10.4% of our total enrollment, just over 1,000 students across the district. While our 2024-2025 reclassification data is still being finalized, over 162 English learner students have already reclassified this year. And since the release of the 2025 LPAC scores on May 8th, more than 112 students have met reclassification criteria, and we are currently awaiting signatures for an additional 40+ students to possibly reclassify. Reclassification monitoring is ongoing as students meet all 4 required criteria. This process will continue through the end of the year and our CalPAD submission deadline, with final reclassification data being released in the fall. Students who have been in the U.S. In U.S. schools for 6 or more years and have not gained English proficiency based on LPAC results are considered long-term English learners, or LTELs. Over the past 3 years, we've seen a decline in the number of long-term English learners, with 238 this year, placing us below both the county and the state averages. Numbers are fairly consistent, as you can see, across grade levels, with a noticeable increase in 11th grade. This group of students, just as a background, was in 6th grade, which is the first year where many of our students who have been in the country since kindergarten would be considered LTEL, was when the pandemic related school closures began, and resulting in limited access to in-person instruction and designated ELD support. In addition, the LPAC, if you remember, was suspended during this period, which disrupted reclassification process a bit. Of our 238 LTEL students, 96 have been with CVUSD since they began school. 142 have transferred in from other districts, and 107 also receive special education services. And so it's really important that we understand the needs of our LTELs, because it's critical as we continue refining our supports for language development and academic supports for our English learners. CVUSD currently serves 222 newcomer students who are students born outside the U.S. and who have been in the country for 3 years or less. As you can see from the table, our newcomers are spread across all grade levels, with the highest numbers in kindergarten through 4th grade. Our newcomers speak 15 different home languages, with Spanish and Chinese being the most common. This student group brings diverse backgrounds and needs, and we continue to focus on providing newcomer students with strong language and academic support. Currently, our HR department is working with CSEA and the Personnel Commission on a bilingual instructional aid job description before bringing it to the Board of Education. This position will help support our newcomer students. Now I would like to share some elements and components of Covina's ELD program in alignment to the California English Learner Roadmap, aimed at providing support for our English learner students. The California English Learner Roadmap is a policy adopted by the State Board of Education that provides guidance to schools and districts on how to support and educate English learners. It emphasizes equity, access, meaningful engagement, and promotes a shared vision of success for English learners from childhood to high school. The vision is for English learners to access high-quality education that leads to English proficiency, academic achievement, and multilingualism. The mission is to ensure schools value and support diverse strengths of English learners, preparing them for success in college, careers, and civic life in a global multilingual society. The California EL Roadmap provides guidance on research-based practices to support and embrace English learners. This visual represents or highlights 4 core principles that shape the policy, all aimed at the end goal of 21st century education, multilingualism proficiency, and meaningful access for our English learners. Together, these principles guide districts and schools on the road of building coherent, aligned practices and supports to lead to a strong, effective 21st century education for English learners. In Covina-Valley, we are committed to supporting our EL learners, our English learners, across all areas of their education. We aim to provide equitable access, strengthen academic progress, and support language development while encouraging multilingualism. Thanks to our 7th period day at the secondary level, English learners have access to a wide variety and range of school programs and courses, such as A through G courses, band, ASB, CTE pathways, and athletics, all while receiving the designated ELD instruction they need. We also value strong connections with families and community to help students feel supported and engaged. Covina-Valley aligns with the California English Learner Roadmap by embedding its principles into both the LCAP and our EL Master Plan. We actively engage educational partners and collaboration to ensure that professional development and instructional practices are aligned across the district. As I mentioned earlier, the California EL Roadmap has 4 principles that guide how schools support English learners in Covina-Valley and across the state. Principle 1 emphasizes valuing each child's culture and language, creating a safe and welcoming environment, and building strong connections with families. We bring this principle to life through bilingual outreach, multilingual communication, and cultural events that celebrate our students' diverse backgrounds. Parent involvement is prioritized with regular ELAC and DLAC meetings for meaningful input. Additionally, multicultural literature and resources are available in classrooms and libraries, which reflect the identities of our students. And we remain committed to creating inclusive, welcoming, and safe environments for all. We are proud to support EL student leadership through programs like Cabe High School Academy, which we had some of our students participate not only this year, but last year. Looking ahead, we are reviewing our proposals from the Center of Cultural Responsive Teaching and Learning and TCM to provide Title III funded professional development specifically on cultural awareness and responsive teaching practices. Based on DLAC feedback, we'll also be strengthening family engagement through targeted multilingual communication, which includes personal outreach with phone calls, inviting families to advisory meetings and informational sessions to learn more about our EL program and what ELAC is, and LPAC. Principle 2 focuses on high-quality instruction and academic content through engaging standards-aligned lessons with support to ensure understanding. At the elementary level, we use Wonders as our ELD standards-aligned curriculum, and at the secondary level, we recently adopted English 3D. In addition, students have access to technology, supplemental software, such as iPads, Lexia, Rosetta Stone. This supplemental technology and software is able to support our language development with personalized learning. We continue to monitor and adjust technology access to ensure that it will be providing the right balance of support and reliability for our students. Our 7-period day at the secondary level ensures that our EL students can participate in a full range of academic elective courses, not sacrificing their ELD time. In addition, all English learners are offered summer school programs. And tonight, I'm excited to share that this week we just learned that the University of California approved 2 of our submissions for college preparatory elective G credit for our high school ELD courses. So for the first time, and it's retroactive to 24-25, we will provide our EL students with the valuable opportunity to earn A through G credit towards UC and CSU eligibility through their ELD coursework. As a next step, we'll extend professional learning opportunities, including ELD strategies, as well as survey our staff on their ELD or ELPD plans and needs so we can develop a comprehensive PD plan. Principle 3 highlights the conditions necessary for effective program implementation. So this includes ensuring schools are equipped with appropriate resources, qualified staff, ongoing professional development, and structures that are needed to support English learners. And so we track our students' progress through benchmarks, formative assessments, along with data systems like our newly adopted Elevation platform. And we do all this to ensure consistent and effective support, that the staff receives training on LPAC and understands the reclassification process. This includes training that's provided by Moodle through the state of California, but also with our ELTOSA and our site ELD coordinators. And we also, as I mentioned earlier, have a dedicated support staff at the district level with our EL support specialist, our district ELTOSA Karen Huff, and our ELD coordinators at every single school site. We also have interventions, tutoring, and homework help that are all available to our students to support their learning, and those things are funded with supplemental and concentration camp funds as well as our Title III funds. Next steps with this principle include for our newcomer students, we'll be continuing to research and provide specialized resources and targeted professional development to help our staff meet the unique needs of our newcomer students, both academically and socially, emotionally. And we're also going to be looking to partner with our ELD coordinators at every site to form collaborative teams that are similar to like an SST or a COST, with the focus of designing and implementing support plans for our long-term English learners, with the goal of accelerating their academic progress and ultimately reclassification. And the last principle, number 4, calls for alignment and coordination across all grade levels, all programs, and all systems. By doing this, schools can better serve our the success of our English learners. In Covina-Valley, we ensure consistent services across all schools through our English Learner Master Plan. It's a clearly defined plan that includes reclassification process and structured TK through 12 collaboration through professional learning communities. We also have grade level articulations. And this year we launched a new informational transitional meetings for our incoming 6th and 9th grade EL families to support smooth transitions and clarify the learning expectations and the program goals for our students that are transitioning to new schools within our EL program. Also, in the last few months, all school sites have been working diligently on creating newcomer resource packets to help our families navigate the school system and have access to support. Looking ahead, we are implementing Elevation across all sites to better track our EL student growth, guide instruction, and improve our reclassification outcomes. We're also expanding parent meetings to consistently share EL program expectations, LPAC information, and reclassification criteria. And we also plan to launch newcomer orientation sessions for our families at every school site beginning next school year. Our ELTOSA Karen Huff, who's here this evening, supports teachers and students by providing classroom support for newcomers. She also delivers a lot of professional development on effective ELD strategies. She's coaching teachers in their classrooms every single day to meet the needs of our English learners. And they're at all different proficiency levels, and she's able to support all across the district. She's just one person. And she has also been supportive in the selection of our culturally and linguistically appropriate supplemental materials that we provide our ELD teachers. She supports the use of data, and she helps our teachers and guides them and coordinates with them interventions for our struggling EL students. She's amazing. She also assists with LPAC preparation and works to strengthen our reclassification outcomes, especially for our long-term English learners. I'm almost done. We recently surveyed our EL families, and the feedback is very positive. At this time, you see the numbers on your screen. This was when the board agenda was made public. You can see the results were strong, but I'm proud to report that our results have gone up from the numbers that you even see here. So now 91% are satisfied with their child's English development. 91% are satisfied with their child's overall academic preparation. And nearly all parents at 98% say they understand the information about language proficiency and reclassification. And 98% feel welcomed and treated with respect at their child's school. And again, this was a survey that was sent just to the parents and families of our English learners.
How many respondents were there?
To date, we have 156, which is just about 15%. So and it's still open, so we're still getting results. Parents shared that they like more support in 5 areas that you can see here: how to help at home, understanding what supports are available, who to contact for help, how reclassification works, and what LPAC is used for. So this is great feedback for us and for our school sites because it will guide our future parent outreach and workshops that we provide. Thank you for the opportunity to share. And we've invited one of our DAC/DLAC parents to share a few words about her son and her experience in CVUSD's English Learner Program from a parent's perspective. So please join me in welcoming Luz Banuelos, proud parent of Mateo Banuelos, parent at South Hills High School. Fire it up.
Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Luz Banuelos, and I had the honor to represent South Hills High School on the DLAC committee. Today, I'm here to express my deepest gratitude to Covina-Valley Unified School District for the incredible support, programs, and opportunity you have provided to families like mine, and to speak from my heart about the impact these efforts have had on my son's education. As a parent, one of the biggest hopes is to see our children thrive not only academically, but also emotionally and socially. And I can say it with great confidence that my son Mateo has experienced tremendous growth thanks to the care, commitment, and dedication to the district's staff and leadership. Through the ELD program, I have seen how the district, school, teachers, and family works hand in hand with one shared vision to support English learners and their journey through reclassification and academic success. The communications, the resources, and the personal connections are all part of the true, effective, and compassionate system. One of the programs that has made a significant difference in Mateo's life is AVID. This program didn't just improve his study habits. It's transforming his overall approach to learning. We began to see a positive change in all of his classes. And most importantly, he started to believe in himself. The improvements were visible not only in his grades, but also in his confidence. And this growth didn't happen by accident. It happened because of dedicated, caring teachers who went above and beyond to support him. And I would like to recognize 3 of them from Avid: Mrs. Robinson's, Mrs. James, and Mrs. Hurt. These teachers had a profound impact on Mateo's academic journey and I will be forever grateful to them. Mateo is going to Car Poly. Now, if I were to list everyone who has played a part of this journey, we will be here the whole night. No. There are so many incredible people working behind the scenes in the classrooms. But I do want to take a moment to highlight a few key individuals who have made an unforgettable differences. Dr. Mrs. Stephanie Cairns, who values, yes, please, who values parents' voices and has taken the time to gather input through surveys, not just to collect data, but to take actions based on the family share. The kind of leadership builds trust, and we appreciate it more than words can say. Mrs. Karen Huff, I love you. Who works tirelessly to find new strategies and solutions to help our English learners succeed. Her dedication and vision are truly inspiring. And Mrs. Hansen, Mateo counselor, who has provided guidance, encouragement, and support every step of the way. She sees our children not just as students, but as individuals who potential goals and dreams. But the support doesn't stop in the classroom. I also want to thank the district for offering students opportunity through career technical education programs. These programs open doors to real-world skills and future careers. One shining example is the metal fabrication program, which sparked Mateo's interest and gave him a platform to shine. He had the incredible opportunity to compete in Skills USA California, a national competition that celebrates technical excellence. This experience would not have been possible without the strong mentorship of Mr. Iha, who guided and believed in Mateo throughout the process. When I see the passion on my son's eyes and the excitement, sorry, I'm emotional. Okay. When I see the passion in my son's eyes and the excitement he brings home when he talks about the school, I know that the district is doing something very, very right. So, in behalf of my family and surely many others, I want to say thank you. Thank you for creating a system where every student matters. Thank you for investing in programs that truly make a difference. And thank you for the empowering parents to be part of the process. We see your effort and we appreciate them more than you know. Muchas gracias. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you so much. It's nice to hear feedback like that. Thank you.
Gracias por compartir. And I think that's a very, that 10%, to a lot of people, it might be a little bit, but I was a part of that 10%.
Mhm.
And I think it's just shows what we're doing. So thank you.
Any other questions?
Thank you for all your hard work.
She wants to come back next year and still be part of DAC-DLAC.
She's welcome to come back.
All right, thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
This brings us to item D, math curriculum adoption process. Dr. Paredes.
Thank you. I'd like to invite Dr. Dalton up, Director of Curriculum Instruction for Secondary, to present our math curriculum adoption.
That's not fair.
Tough one to follow, eh?
We're going to talk math. Not. All right. Good evening, Board President Wright, members of the board, Dr. Emmenheiser, members of cabinet, community, and guests. That was beautiful, Senora Banuelos. Thank you for your time. That really touched my heart. That's right. I remember Mateo as well. Congratulations. Please give him our heartfelt appreciation and congratulations to Cal Poly. This school year, I've had the pleasure of working with close to 20 high school teachers that make up our math curriculum committee. On this evening's agenda is a recommendation for your math curriculum. This committee went through an expansive process to arrive at the recommendation. I'm here tonight to share the summary of that process with you. The adoption process began in late 2023 with foundational
Pause real
training.
quick. Thank you, Ms. Huff, for all you do. We appreciate it. Yay. She even gave up her Saturday, this past Saturday, to go to the special education to give a presentation. So thank you and thank you and thank you. Sorry, Mr. Dalton, Dr. Dalton.
Thank you, Mrs. Huff. I would be interrupted to thank you as well, too. All right, back to math. Here we go. The adoption process began in late 2023 with foundational training, paper screening, and in early 2024, we held publisher presentations and prepared teachers with training for pilots. 2 full pilots were conducted in the 24-25 school year, followed by discussion and final deliberation in February 2025. I'd like to note that we are recommending an off-cycle adoption. Once again, off-cycle means that we had to establish a committee of representatives from all populations, review material using the state criteria, review the local LCAP plan, and use data to identify Covina-Valley's strengths and weaknesses in groups of students that needed instructional support. Our adoption committee consisted of approximately 20 math teachers from across all the high schools in the districts, with representation from each of the Math 1, 2, and 3 course leads. This broad participation ensured input from teachers across different school communities and school populations. Although middle school teachers who also teach Math 1, 2, and 3 were invited to join in the committee, they were already involved in their own pilot, and due to the additional time and commitment that it took for them, they were not included in the high school pilot committee. However, the teacher additions were made available, and they were shared with all the middle school teachers to ensure that they had access to the necessary resources. In September of 2024, the committee met with Kara Jean Hyde, our partner from the UCI Math Project. She helped us lay down a foundation for review of math curriculum. Following the training, the committee received additional training from the UCI Math Project to build content understanding and review student data, with particular focus on EL students and students with disabilities. Additionally, the committee developed a custom rubric aligned to the state standards and aligned to district goals to help us guide our evaluation. Using the rubric, teachers reviewed printed samples of each program. They focused on key areas like conceptual understanding, procedural fluency, differentiation, and assessment. This helped us narrow down the field to programs best aligned to our instructional vision. The committee used a detailed rubric to ensure a consistent and thorough evaluation, Categories included content quality, pedagogy, assessments, and supports for diverse learners. This helped to ensure fairness and objectivity in scoring each of the curriculums piloted. We reviewed 6 programs, ranked them at different levels that met on standards of the Ed Reports. Ed Reports is a nonprofit organization that assists K-12 public schools with selecting high-quality instructional material by providing professional reviews of each of those programs. Based on the review of print materials and other multiple measures, the committee selected McGraw-Hill and Savas Envision Math for both of the publisher presentations. The pilot teachers attended published-led sessions to explore curriculum content and both the digital tools. They used our rubric during presentations and had opportunities to ask questions and dig into each program's instructional approach and the resources that they provided. Reveal and Envision were selected for the pilot based on their alignment with standards, student supports, and overall instructional design. They were the 2 programs that best matched our needs going into the classroom pilot phase. During the pilot of McGraw-Hill Reveal and Savas Envision, teachers received initial publisher training, and the publishing curriculum team conducted site visits to provide on-site support. An end-of-pilot check-in allowed teachers to share feedback and reflect on their experience. District surveys gathered additional input to inform next steps in the curriculum review process. Through the collection of our anonymous surveys, Reveal was praised for its structure, conceptual focus, English learner supports, scaffolded and differentiated access for diverse learners, the visuals, and technology integration. Envision was recognized for alignment to standards, problem-based learning, assessment tools, and supports for differentiation. Reveal's challenges included pacing differences, limited academic vocabulary support, and repetitive homework. For Envision, concerns included steep difficulty jumps, overly complex word problems, and a lack of basic skill practice and student answer keys. We reviewed survey data from each of our educational partners to identify preferences and feedback on the curriculum options. This was followed by a focused discussion where participants deliberated on the strengths and the challenges of each choice. An anonymous vote was then conducted to ensure an unbiased decision. Finally, additional discussion addressed any remaining questions or concerns before the curriculum selection was finalized. During that selection process, pilot teachers were asked to choose the program that they believed the district should adopt. They spent an entire day reviewing the pilot data, discussing survey feedback, and presenting evidence to each other for or against each of the curriculums. This decision was carefully informed by the data, feedback, and group discussions, ensuring a well-rounded and thoughtful recommendation. Information was shared through Parent Square, school social media, public postings, and for parents unavailable to attend in person, we provided virtual access to review the materials. Additionally, we included an email contact in the communication for parents to ensure that scheduled individual appointments would be available if needed. Pending board approval tonight, we will move forward with ordering materials and implementing a comprehensive professional learning plan. This includes overview for all teachers, full day level trainings in both summer and fall, and virtual after-school coaching sessions. We've already allocated funding in next year's district budget to ensure successful implementation with fidelity. Additionally, we are closely monitoring the developments at the state level, and there's ongoing discussions around a potential block grant funding that would support both math and English, particularly for coaching and additional instructional supports. If these funds do become available, we will be well positioned to leverage them to enhance the entire rollout. Based on the full evaluation, the pilot data, and the teacher feedback, the high school math committee recommends adopting McGraw-Hill Reveal for integrated 1, Integrated 2, and Integrated 3. It provides a thoughtful combination of challenge, targeted support, and practical teaching resources, aligning well with the needs of students and educators. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Item E, screener for reading difficulties, adoption process. Dr. Paredes?
Thank you. It's Services Night. We're going to invite Dr. Katanik up to the front for the risk of reading difficulties screener, which is something new.
Do we need a seventh inning stretch? No. All right. Good evening, Board President Wright, members of the board, Dr. Emmenheiser, members of cabinet, and guests that have remained with us this evening. I'm here to share information on the new requirement of the risk of reading difficulties screener. Thank you. In January 2024, new California legislation was passed enacting Education Code 53008. This education code requires screening of students for reading difficulties with the hope of helping families and teachers achieve the best learning and life outcomes for all students. A summary of Education Code 53008 is provided for you here. This screening is meant not to be an evaluation or diagnostic tool for eligibility for special education. It is to be considered part of a comprehensive instructional strategy and used to inform instruction, measure progress, identify learning needs, and enable parents and educators to discuss learning needs in an informed way. All K-2 students, so kindergarten, first, and second grade students, will be screened each year unless the parents opt out, and notifications will be provided to parents and guardians with the results of the screening. LEAs are required to provide evidence-based literacy instruction focused on specific needs of each student, to progress monitor the students, to provide early intervention in the regular general education program, to also provide one-on-one or small group tutoring, and further evaluation or diagnostic assessments as needed. The screener domains follow and match the ELA and ELD framework with areas measuring language development, foundational skills, content knowledge, effective expression, and meaning making. To show you our very short timeline for this process, in January 2024, the California Reading Difficulty Screener Selection Panel was chosen. They spent 12 months creating a list of approved screeners that was released mid-December 2024. We are required to select and adopt a program by June 2025 for implementation, screening all students annually beginning the 25-26 school year. Our committee was, we requested volunteers on January 15th, 2025, and we met as a committee of 20, January 21st, 2025. Our committee represented all 9 elementary schools, all grades, kindergarten, first, and second. We also included our reading intervention teachers because of their experience giving reading assessments and providing reading instruction for students below grade level. And we had 3 dual language teachers on that committee. Our process included reviewing the legislation and requirements as well as Covina-Valley needs. We investigated the 4 approved screeners, eliminating the SOAR screener right off the bat because it was not available for all grade levels K1 and 2. We continued screening the remaining 3 screeners and eliminated Amira based on the potential engagement for students. And we piloted M-Class with Dibbles and further investigated multitudes. We made a decision based on the pilot and extensive review, and we were considering student needs, time and ease of use for teachers, availability in Spanish, and we were looking for a program that offered more than just the assessment. The committee went through a selection process and selected M-Class with Dibbles due to the familiarity of the Dibbles assessment. The time with students, it's a 5 to 15 minute assessment one-on-one with the teacher and student. The training is available in person, which was different than many of the other programs. It was available in English and Spanish, and the program is more than an assessment, includes follow-up assessments, growth monitoring, instructional recommendations and groupings for teachers, which is amazing. And it also included historical data, so future teachers could see how their students performed on the assessment in kindergarten and first grade. And we are able to use this assessment beyond second grade if needed. So if a student continues to struggle in reading beyond second grade, we can continue to assess them and get that instructional recommendation. So the Elementary Reading Screener Committee recommends the Board of Education approve the adoption of M-Class with Dibbles for screening for reading difficulties in kindergarten through second grade. Any questions?
Yeah, I had a big list. Look at how many scribbles I have.
I'm ready.
Check
Oh,
them all up. No, look at
great.
You did good.
Thank
I
you.
really like that.
Thank you.
No, you know what? I really love that it's more than assessment. I love that it monitors progress. It says that training is available. Will all K2 teachers and intervention specialists be trained, or will just?
Yes. Yes, we have in-person training scheduled for all kindergarten, first, second grade teachers, as well as special education teachers that teach students in those grades, and all of our reading intervention teachers.
So will all of them be administering?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Love that. How will training be adjusted for new hires or staff who miss the main training sessions?
That is a great question. There are multiple opportunities for training. And we actually, because we're starting our new math program at the beginning of next school year, and we will be doing some of our math training at the beginning of next school year, we are actually going to do the training for this mid-year and complete that first assessment from about January to the end of the school year, just for this first initial year. And then after that, we'll be doing a beginning and end of year assessment.
Training?
Does that make sense? Oh, and sorry, thank you. The training is offered 4 times next year. So we have an early training date for early adopters that I believe off the top of my head will be in November. This is all tentative, pending approval this evening. And then we will have 3 opportunities in January and February.
Very nice. Let me see. Ooh. So you said it could go beyond second grade. I like that because one of my questions was, how are we going to identify reading difficulties in students in grades 3 through 12 if they never were screened in K through 2?
And we do currently identify reading difficulties, but we use different assessments for that. So this is the state of California getting everyone on board with one of the 4 approved screeners. Many of our reading intervention teachers already used DIBBLES or portions of DIBBLES to screen for reading difficulties. So we have been doing that, but this will be universal, same assessment for everyone.
Love it. Oh, okay. One more thing. How long does it take to get the results after a student is screened so that we can begin helping them?
The results are immediate. However, the entire group of students, so either the entire class or if it's a reading intervention teacher, their entire group of students would need to be completed in order to get the instructional recommendations. But you will receive immediate recommendations and results for that one specific student. But one of the appeals of the program for the classroom teachers and intervention teachers is once the assessment is given to all their students, the program will recommend groups of students and specific lessons that are recommended for that group of students. And it's a 10-day plan. And then the teacher can complete those 10 lessons. And then the students will take a growth monitoring assessment to determine if they've mastered those skills or not.
Twice?
Please, yes.
Yay,
It's
love
exciting.
it.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, great. Fabulous. Let's read.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
She got it.
Good.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for asking the question. Well, I quit on half of them because you did such a great presentation.
It was
Didn't
good.
have any- Yeah.
I'm just going to wait right here for the next one.
Item F, transitional kindergarten facility assessments. Mr. Correa.
Thank you, President Wright. Keith Kovac, our Director of MOFT, and Dr. Tanik will be doing the presentation.
Good evening, Board President Wright, members of the board, Dr. Emmenheiser, members of cabinet, and guests. We're getting smaller. Hello and welcome to what I believe is the first Ed Services and MOFT joint presentation.
Hey,
It's exciting.
we're on
Exciting.
the cutting edge of everything.
As you know, we've been rolling out universal transitional kindergarten since 2021 officially. In reality, what is now known as TK started long before 2021 in Covina-Valley. Next year is our final rollout year where we add in students with birthdays from June 3rd through September 1st. Since we start school in August, we will have students that begin the school year as 3-year-olds. This is new and exciting for us. This evening, we have a resolution on the agenda regarding TK credentialing, because in order to provide services to our TK students, state law requires the TK teachers to hold a multiple subject credential, which our teachers have, and have 24 units in early childhood education or child development. But there is a clause that allows a Board of Education like yourself to approve a resolution modifying some of those requirements, or as you have on your agenda this evening, authorizing the district to recognize 2 years of teaching in a TK or K classroom from July 1st, 2015 to June 30th, 2025, as equivalent to those 24 extra early childhood education units and development. And we recommend that the board approve that this evening so that our teachers who are experienced in teaching TK and K can continue to do so without having to get additional units for that. As requested by the board, we have information on our TK classrooms and available restrooms by school site. The first column in this chart represents the current number of TK classrooms on each elementary campus. For next school year, we projected the number of TK classrooms by first breaking down the number of general education classrooms, that is the second column, and the number of mixed grade special education classrooms that include TK students, that is the third column. And then the fourth bold column represents the total number of TK general education and special education classrooms projected for each elementary school.
So we conducted an assessment site by site, and the number of classrooms currently on our campuses that have interior restroom access is the 5th column, and then the two schools on the right are the ones that don't have enough of the classrooms inside a class or the restrooms inside a classroom to equal the amount of TK classes that'll be there next year. And that, and we're also aware of there's an upper grade level restroom at Cypress that services the LEAP kids that don't have a restroom. And this slide doesn't have that data in it though. So if we're going to address a typical way of addressing some of the TK classroom is to purchase a brand new TK classroom building. They're modular buildings. They're 1,350 square feet. They have self-contained restrooms inside. The rough cost to purchase a building like this is between $750,000. There's considerations to be made: site constraints, including available space, proximity and elevation to existing utilities. These varies from school to school. And this rough estimate does not include additional DSA required upgrades and/or potential uncertified projects that might affect that. Another option is purchasing and installing modular standalone restroom building to be used by multiple classrooms. We have one like this in the Manzanita K-Yard. Rough costs including purchase installation are about $300,000 to $400,000. Same considerations, site constraints, including available space, proximity and elevation to utilities. Once again, this doesn't include any additional site upgrades or uncertified projects that DSA may require us to complete. One of the other options we looked into is some of the schools have additional space, so that we're looking at maybe, depending on how close it is to sewer, how close it is to utilities, using some of this existing space and installing a restroom inside one of the some of the available spaces that are on campus. Once again, site conditions including available classroom space, proximity to plumbing, obviously, all the other things that, like I said before. So per DSA, alterations or modifying existing structures generally require DSA approval. And these costs do not include any additional site upgrades and or uncertified projects that DSA may require. Projects under 209 are exempt from ADA site-wide access compliance, but generally usually makes for an easier project. So, questions?
Though I don't have any questions about this, I must say that I went to the Colt condo this week, and your team and yourself did such an amazing job. That space is phenomenal. That's it. Thank you. Goodbye.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we had item 11, information. Item A, revised administrative regulation 9150, student board members. Dr. Hemmenheiser.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. We're just updating the administrative regulation regarding student board members. What we noticed is that with the 50-50 split between the interviews and the voting, we could result in ties. We did result in ties, actually. And this year we had ties at the student voting level and at the interview level. So we just clarified that process. And then, so now the student vote at the school site is 40%. The vote for the interview panel is 60%. And if there is a tie, they must do a tiebreaker on the voting level. And then at the end of the interview panel, instead of just doing the forced rankings, the interview panel must actually discuss and come up with a collective forced ranking of place, so that we won't have ties in the future.
I just have kind of an idea, or not an idea. I looked over two different ideas for this. First, eliminating the student vote, because it would simplify the process and focus on their merit, focus on their skills, their readiness, their commitment, and it avoids the problems of ties and revotes and makes the process easier to manage. Kind of like that one. Just going through, since I went through the whole process, that one seems good. Or keep the election, but even lower the weight of, I understand, like for ASB, the popularity vote. I don't know if the student board member should be that same thing. But if we did lower the weight, like 75-25 or 80-20, I don't know. I find the vote it made it so much harder in this process. But I mean, we do want to give the students a voice, but it puts more weight on their qualifications and the interviews. And I think this helps balance the popularity than the actual ability. I don't know. And just in my view, I would have in that room where those four people are interviewing the students, have the outcome just known then. I mean, those four people could collaborate. I don't know. Just my input on the process.
Do our current student board members have any input, ideas?
Come on up
Can
to
you
the
please
podium.
share?
Let's hear you.
We would like to hear you.
I want to hear you. I love that collaboration.
Is that microphone still on? Maybe they can go there.
I'd like to say, I definitely agree with Ms. Robles. I feel like being a student board member should be more based on your merit, your qualifications, what you're doing outside of outside of school, your extracurricular activities and stuff like that. The student vote, it does matter because you are representing your high school, but if you're not promoting it in a way that's showing how you're going to represent the school through various different types of things and just promoting yourself based on popularity, it kind of lowers like what you're trying to do for the school. I don't really like that I don't like that it's 50-50. I believe that interviews should have greater weight. So yeah, that's my perspective on it.
I also agree with Ms. Robles and like with Gian and all of this, because
Two people never in a row say they agree with me. So thank you guys.
I think that the student vote, it really is all popularity. I mean, if you're looking at, ASB and our ASB presidents, a lot of these presidents, I'll speak freely as somebody who's in ASB. We always end up with presidents who don't do anything. And I don't think the student board member should be someone that isn't doing anything. We should look more, again, like Gianna was saying, like the extracurriculars and what qualifies you. And I think from an interview, you can see a person's quality and their characteristics from, just even a 10-minute interview. And then with the votes, it's just like who has the cutest little flyer and who knows more people. That's all it is, really. So I think something like 80-20 would be way better.
You got a cute flyer.
I did.
So I agree, but like to a certain extent, because you do want a student board member that is well-rounded around school and that is in a bunch of different extracurriculars and has a bunch of different perspectives from students. But I do agree that the interview should help more, but you also need to take the well-roundedness into consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
I don't have to say anything? Or are we scared today?
You can come up. Come on.
Come on. We have all night. You don't have homework to do.
It's okay, I don't need it.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Introduce yourself and tell us what school you're from.
I'm Lizette Donato, and I'm from South Hills. Do you want to introduce? Oh, I'm Julianne Fernandez, and I'm from Northview. Personally, I agree with Covina, because although like sometimes it can definitely become a popularity vote, I feel like at our school, especially for like ASB, like it's definitely not just that. The people who have been selected in the past for like ASB president and whatnot, to me, it seems like they're doing a lot. And also like part of this like part of this process of like representing our student body, we have to be able to connect and like know the people at our school. So like in order to do that, you have to like know people and like be able to connect with those people. Not like to say that popularity is important, but it is important to like be connected to our like student body.
So I agree with all of them, but what if the students also interviewed like the student board members? So you're still getting a student's perspective, but it's not based on popularity. Kind of see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we could have a fifth person.
Yeah.
Like, so it could be a board member. It could be
Yeah.
a student board member from a different school. So
Yeah.
there's no.
But I kind of mean like students from like their school would be in there. So that way they can take that to their high school and say, "Oh yeah, like I think they're a good candidate." Like maybe talk to the principal about it, because then it's really not popularity. It's still focused on the quality of the person.
I'm Leslie, and I honestly personally agree with Julianne's idea. Having a student board member, like a current student board member at the interviews would definitely give like a student's perspective. And since they currently serve as student board member, I think their interviews, even if it's just like a 10-minute, 5-minute interview, it would definitely like it would give them like the it would show them their characteristics, because you can definitely see how someone's character in like just 30 seconds, a minute, like it
First impressions.
yeah, it's first impression.
We had how to oh okay, sorry. Hi Melody. I kind of agree with like what she said, what Juliana said about having like students from your school interview, because I actually just moved here recently and I somehow made student board members, and I didn't really know many kids from my school, but now that I am student board member, I started to talk to them more, and a lot of them were like starting to realize the type of person that I was, and they're really like um happy for me. And then that's when they started to come to me and start telling me what they think about my school or like things like that, a little bit afterwards, after they started to get to know me. So that's kind of why I agree with like Juliana, because they didn't really know me before I went there. And then after they actually got the opportunity to, they realized that I was a good like candidate for the student board. Yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, so,
Brittany may have something else to say. Go ahead.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I really like the idea of having the student board member in the interview process, because then you get a student's perspective as well as someone who's like already gone through this whole process.
So
Yeah,
hearing all this,
thank you.
my opinion is, I would like no vote, a board member and a student board member in there with two, like a principal and a somebody who's, all these people are not from the same school. That's how I would like it, with no vote. But that's just me.
With no student vote on their campus.
But student board
student,
member.
Part of the interview
Part of the
process.
interview.
Yeah. But not for their school.
Right.
Was that in here?
No, it's
No,
not.
that's not.
No.
That's these wonderful ladies' ideas. I don't-
Can I make one more comment? As someone like, cause how you were talking about popularity, I would like to say when I was first trying to run for student board with another peer of mine at school, I would like to say like it really was kind of scary, because that was the first factor that came into my head was, oh, maybe I'm not gonna get the position because nobody knows me since I just moved here. So like, I like that you brought that up a little bit, because I kind of did feel like it had to do a little bit with popularity as well.
When I sat in on the interviews this year, there you saw you saw the merit. You saw what was going on with all these, whether they were bringing in resumes, so they were connected to the school. You know what I mean? You could see, peer tutoring and ASB and, so many things that these students, making a wellness center, doing. So these kids are connected, and the students are, mm, they do know people, but hello.
I love you guys.
So how does that sound to you?
We were thinking, we think it would be more beneficial if the student board members and maybe even the administration that were a part of the panel were from the actual school, because the way that I see it, in my opinion, and I know bias could go in, but like, yeah. But at least for the student, like we've been in classes with these people, we know what they're like. We can vouch kind of for like this is how they act in class from the student perspective, because obviously they're gonna kids are gonna act differently with their peers than what they're gonna act around, like their admin or their teachers, and like we can see that and we can like advocate for that when they're running, you know what I mean, kind of.
But I also think that, little birdies fly around here and tell us those things anyway. You know?
So
'Cause
it's
sometimes we talk to people.
So it's sounding like you're in agreement that there's no student vote. It's just all through the interview process.
Yeah.
And then we can fine tune who's actually going to be on that interview panel.
For the most part, yeah. I think, yeah, I was talking to another student board member during our CSBA conference, and he was talking about like maybe for the future interviewing future student board members because although we do have a great new student board member board coming in this year, you know, he can definitely tell that there are different things that she may lack with like little things, and it's definitely good to see how we could see how they could prosper in this role. um and just yeah, from the same school district. I do like the idea of interviewing from different school districts, but I agree with Jocelyn's idea as well. But that's just something to look into. But definitely, we're thinking of weighing the interviews more than the student vote because it shouldn't just be based on popularity, it should be based on merit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, they have spoken.
And as you see, we could always bring this thing back every year because if it doesn't work, I mean, this is a new process for us. So we're just trying to
Year 3, right?
fine tune it, you know?
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for
voices.
your input.
Excellent work.
Well, I think they've spoken.
So
We have,
I agree.
bring it back
And
again.
We need to accept that.
all right, so we have item 12, public comments. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any agenda item will be granted 3 minutes. Ms. Robles, do we have any public comments?
We have 12 public comment. I'm just kidding. 12 public comment. Who's left?
So we have item 13, superintendent, board member, student board member comments. Dr. Ebenheiser?
Just congratulations to everybody this evening that received awards and recognition, and great Manzanita Cultural Festival this morning. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you. Item B, board member comments. Ms. Robles?
Things to say, but I don't know if I want to. Okay. Good evening, everyone. I want to begin by thanking our retirees. Your years of service has made a lasting impact on our students and our schools. We're truly grateful for your hard work and dedication. I wish you all the best in your next chapter. Next, I want to welcome our new student board members. We're so happy to have you with us. We're excited to see you grow as leaders. Your voice does matter, as you can tell. And we look forward to hearing your ideas. I want to also thank the outgoing student board members. You've done an amazing job speaking up for students. You've helped us understand what matters most for them. And the work you did made a difference, and we're really proud of all of you. This month, I had a chance to attend our first district-wide special education workshop. It was a wonderful event that showed how much our district cares about students and families. I want to thank the teachers, speech therapists, counselors, tech teams, social workers, program specialists, everybody who came. They all came together to share their knowledge and support a wide range of needs. It was a great example of teamwork and heart. I also attended the Colt condo unveiling. I'm so happy. The new space is helping students build life skills in real life, meaningful ways. The condo includes a kitchen, a laundry area, even a sensory room. Students can practice everyday tasks and feel safe and calm. Thanks to Keith, MOFT, Elizabeth, Mr. Kenny, and Ms. Tamayo for bringing this vision to life. Your hard work and heart made this happen. I also went to the first annual staff appreciation event at Fair Valley. It was such a great way to celebrate the staff and thank them for all they do. The event would not have been possible without the amazing PTA, and a special thank you to Elizabeth and Penny and Anna and Tom for making it so special. And finally, I look forward to our next walk and talk scheduled for May 29th at 5:30 at the district field. Hope to see you there. The end.
Thank you. Can we get a motion to extend to 10:30?
Don't move.
Moved by Ms. Caceres. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Malucci. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Rachel Robles, Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Malucci, do you have any comments?
Short and sweet and to the point. I want to congratulate everybody this evening that was recognized. Attended the ribbon cutting ceremony for our aviation program. Just another great thing that we get to celebrate with all our CTE programs that are happening. And I attended the 2 of the 3 music festivals. Phenomenal. These teachers are amazing. I want to congratulate them on such a phenomenal job. Elementary was phenomenal this year. And then to see them transition into the middle schools, they sound like professional bands out there. And the choirs, it was just a great event. I think everyone should go, even if you don't have children, because it's a really great thing to celebrate. And with the music and keeping the arts in our district. So I'm really proud of that. And I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Caceres?
I'll keep it short as well. I just want to congratulate our student board members, our incoming, and I want to thank our outgoing student board members. I think, just what we heard tonight, it's just been great and an honor to sit here with you and enjoy conversations and all of your input. So thank you for the hard work and everything you did. Everyone who was involved with aviation and all that hard work going towards that program today at Covina. Thank you for the hours. Thank you, Mr. Wright, for your advocacy in that pathway and hopefully bringing more students to Covina High. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Blackmore, exceptional job with the aviation and aerospace event today. Thank you to everyone who was a part of that, your creativity and bringing the whole thing together. Congratulations to our new student board members. Glad to see you already up here already, giving your feedback. Excellent work. And that'll do it for me.
In just a few more days.
Yeah. Item C, student board member report. Ms. Gonzalez.
Good evening. I would like to first start off by congratulating everyone who was recognized tonight. It's so inspiring to see the incredible achievements in our district. It's also great to see the different programs that each school has and how a student could be involved in so much. As someone who is in theater, business, golf, and even more things, I love to see that our students have the opportunity to do it all. Also, congratulations to all of our retirees. It's so nice to hear how they make such a great impact on our lives. Some things that recently happened at South Hills include prom, which was an amazing time, and Havoc. I would like to report that our seniors did win back to back. So, what a great class we have. And the ending of our spring sports and all of our arts. I also want to say that I love to see the changes that we've made in the school, including what I recently saw, I think yesterday, how we added like umbrellas to the thing, especially since it's like getting very hot. Finally, I would like to personally thank the school board for the opportunity to sit on the diocese and serve as a student board member. It has been a very valuable learning experience that I am forever grateful for. Thank you. Good night.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you. Item 14, consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll move.
Motion by Mrs. Malucci. Is there a second?
Well, second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez,
Yes.
Simon Wright,
Yes.
Maria Caceres,
Yes.
Rachel Robles, Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. We will now consider the items removed from the consent agenda. Item P17, Health Advocates Network, Inc. Any discussion? Is there discussion on that?
I can discuss a little bit. Sure. I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Wait, I think we need,
Consent.
yeah, we're good. Mhm.
Sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Merges.
Yeah, so both of these are estimated not to exceed a certain dollar amount per hour. I just wanted to request that that we add an additional total amount. So see how this one says not to exceed $135 per hour, but estimated not to exceed $25,000 total. I'd like to put a dollar amount for the total amount spent for these two items.
Okay.
That's it.
So,
Go ahead. You can.
Was there a recommendation on an amount for that?
so on the first one, health advocates, I would recommend that you do a not to exceed of 175,000. There is a dollar price increase going up in that one. We have seen a significant cut this year. We went from 460,000 to 148,000 this year, but we're anticipating a bump next year with the increased rates.
Okay.
So you would need a motion.
Do you have a motion
with the
to
not
approve
to
that
exceed.
for Health Advocates Network?
Mhm.
For 175,000.
Yeah.
175,000. Moved by Mrs. Robles. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mrs. Malucci. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karima Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item P2, Emergis Healthcare Staffing, Inc. Is there a discussion on this one?
The same thing. Is there just a dollar amount?
Do we have a recommended amount for this?
I would so in 23-24, it was just about 1.3 million. This year, we're projecting it to be about 874,000. But what we've seen is since the beginning of the year, we've really significantly decreased the monthly expenditures. So we believed conservatively just a $625,000 for next year. So
Okay,
as we
thank
continue
you.
to decrease that.
Is there a motion to approve item P2, Emergis Healthcare Staffing for 625,000 limit? Moved by Mrs. Robles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karima Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Action items. Item 15. Item A, authorization for use of approved of California Multiple Awards Schedule, CMAS, contract number 4-20-00-0092B to Playcore Wisconsin, Inc., DBA Game Time. Recommendation is made that the Board of Education approve CMAS contract number 4-20-00-0092B and authorize district staff to utilize this contract for the procurement, warranty, removal, disposal, installation, maintenance, and repair of playground and outdoor fitness equipment, site accessories, surfacing, and related products at Merwin Elementary School. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Motion by Ms. Malucci. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karima Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carries 5-0. Item B, award of bid, RFP number 24-25-108, high school dining furniture at Covina, Northview, and South Hills High School to CN School and Office Solutions, Inc., DBA Culver-Newland. Recommendation is made that the Board of Education award the RFP summary number 24-25-108, high school dining furniture at Covina, Northview, and South Hills High Schools, and approve a contract for services to CN School and Office Solutions, Inc., DBA Culver-Newland, in the amount of $442,932.62. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Motion by Ms. Malucci. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Gonzalez. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Karima Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item C, award of bid, RFP number 24-25-107, MOFT 0042, South Hills High School, field lighting installation to RDM Electric Co., Inc. Recommendation is made that the Board of Education award the RFP summary number 24-25-107, South Hills High School field lighting installation and approve a contract for services to RDM Electric Company, Inc. in the amount of $1,459,700. Do you have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Motion by Ms. Malucci. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Karime. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item D, Form J-13A, request for allowance of attendance due to emergency conditions. Recommendation is made that Form J-13A, request for allowance of attendance due to emergency conditions to be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Motion by Ms. Malucci. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item E, math curriculum adoption. Recommendation is made that the Reveal Integrated Math 1, 2, and 3, published by McGraw-Hill for grades 9 through 12, be approved. Estimated not to exceed 1.2 million, actually 1,200,000. Do we have a motion to approve? Moved by Ms. Robles, second.
I'll second.
Second, Mrs. Malucci. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item F, screener for reading difficulties adoption. Recommendation is made that the screener for reading difficulties M class with dibbles for grades transitional kindergarten, first and second be approved, estimated not to exceed $70,000. Do we have a motion to approve?
No.
Moved by Mrs. Robles. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item G, student stipulated expulsion case number 202425-05. Recommendation is made that the board approve the administrative panel's findings for student stipulated expulsion case number 202425-05. A motion to approve?
I'll move.
Motion by Ms. Malucci, second.
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Item H, resolution number 24-25-15. Adopt professional experience qualification to teach transitional kindergarten beginning the 2025-26 school year. Recommendation is made that resolution number 24-25-15 adopt professional experience qualification to teach transitional kindergarten beginning in the 2025-26 school year be approved. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll move.
Ms. Malucci, is there a second? Second, Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item I, revised job description, nutrition services district supervisor. Recommendation is made that the revised job description for nutrition services district supervisor be approved. You have a motion to approve?
So move.
Moved by Ms. Robles. Is there a second? Second, Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item J, AB 1200, public disclosure of compensation for the 2024-25 and 2025-26 fiscal years. Recommendation is made that the AB 1200 public disclosure of compensation with the Covina Unified Education Association, confidential, supervisory, management, and unrepresented employees be approved. Do we have a motion to approve? Motion by Ms. Robles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karime Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item K, salary agreement, Covina Unified Education Association. Recommendation is made that the tentative agreement reached with the Covina Unified Education Association on the terms and conditions for a successor agreement with a new 3-year term, July 1, 2024 through June 30th, 2027, be approved. Terms include effective June 1, 2025, a non-retroactive 2% on-schedule salary increase shall be applied to all salary schedules and stipends, inclusive of the Children's Center, adult education, speech and language pathologist, audiologist, nurse, counselor, CTE teachers, longevity pay salary schedules, and all stipends. Additional terms include changes to 12 articles and an extension to the coaching stipend MOU. Bell schedules for 2025, 2026, and calendar for 2028, 29. Motion to approve? Moved by Mrs. Robles. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karima Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item L, salary agreement, confidential, supervisory, management, and unrepresented employees. Recommendation is made that effective June 1, 2025, a non-retroactive 2% salary increase for all confidential, supervisory, management, and unrepresented employees be approved before the 2024-25 and 2025-26 years. This increase shall apply to all schedules and stipends. Do we have a motion to approve? Moved by Mrs. Robles. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Caceres. Any discussion? Roll call?
Karima Gonzalez.
Yes.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Item 17, new items. Anything to share for anyone?
Just we'll be adding a special board meeting on June 13th at 12:30.
Thank you. Item 18. The board will resume closed session for further discussion at 10:21. We'll reconvene to open session at 10:25. There was no action taken in closed session. Item 19, adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn at 10:25?
Move.
Motion by Mrs. Robles, second.
I'll second.
Second, Ms. Caceres. Discussion? Roll call.
Simon Wright.
Yes.
Maria Caceres.
Yes.
Rachel Robles.
Yes.
Sue Malucci.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0. Our next regular board meeting will be held on Thursday, June 26th at 5:30 p.m. for closed session and 7 p.m. for open session at the Haynes Professional Development Center.